Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of World of Truck. This is the American version, America Truck Simulator. My name is Wilfred. The Iowa DLC just out for this version, and obviously I am going to play a fair bit of it, and it is a cruising Iowa event, and for those who are interested, you can join the event to cruise to all the cities in Iowa and earn some stuff in Steam, cosmetic stuff and so on. So as usual, I've been covering this game for quite a number of years, both the European version as well as the American version. So in this video, I'm going to showcase to you some of the clips that I've captured during my Cruising Hour event. And in these clips, I'll be going for trips like this one here from Des Moines to Waterloo. I'll be stopping by and do some kind of sightseeing, take some photos, and go through some of the viewpoint and go through some of the cutscenes as well to showcase the bits about Iowa. Now, I'm not from Iowa, and nor I'm from the America, so I'm just watching this or playing this as a tourist, right? And I think it's pretty cool. There's quite a fair bit of difference between the American version and the European version, although both are trucking games, right? The Europe, I found that the countries are a lot more diverse. So if you travel from city to city or country to country, in the game's lingual is DLC to DLC, you will see a pretty big difference there. But when it comes to American version, be it as the states from A to B to C or D, they're more or less quite similar. The road system, the road sign, everything is quite similar as well. But I guess the difference would be the subtle differences between the state. So I'm going to cover that Iowa state in just a bit. Now I think Iowa is quite a small state, and in fact, if you look at the pricing for this trucking game for both the American version and the European version, is either in here in Singapore is either, I think it's $14 or $21. It's a small or big. So this one is considered as a small game, small DLC for this state. So it is the lower one, 14 Singapore dollar. But if you take on states like Texas, it's a huge one, so they charge you a bit more for that, $21. But all in all, there's no kind of somewhere in between, either small or large, $14 or $21. I'm sure the equivalent works in the America as well, or in other countries when you buy this game through Steam. Now, compared to European version, Greece, for example, is also considered a smaller kind of region, and that charges the same amount of money as this one, $14. But I think if I were to play games like the DLC in the European version, like Greece, I get a lot more money worth. I would say I'll spend a lot more time trucking around the area, but by no means trying to compare between the two. You can have best in both worlds. You can play the European version when the Europe DLC is out. Oh, by the way, this going through the bridge in Cedar Rapids, I think. Oh no, this is one of the river towards the Waterloo. It's very nice here, by the way. So you can play both, or you can play the American version when the state DLC is out, and when you can play the European version when the new Europe region is out as the DLC. So it is exciting time, and I can attest to the fact that recently I got the Aura Ring, which, by the way, I'm not. This video is not sponsored, so I'm kind of looking into some wearable to measure my biometrics as I go on through a day, and it helped me a lot to watch over my health as well. And I can attest to the fact that when I play games like the American Truck Simulator, my body is very relaxed, and it's you can even go to restoration mode, and it's pretty cool compared to other games or other, like when I watch TV, I'm actually very engaged according to the app, which is kind of true. Sometimes you watch the comedy, you laugh and what have you, but when you do a trucking game, you just sit back and just enjoy the scenery, eyes on the road, and it's a pretty good and relaxing game, especially after a long day of work. By the way, this Waterloo, I think it's beautiful. You can see the different aspect of it. Still very much like a city to me, I don't think there are any heritage or monument in Waterloo, but there's a nice river on the side as well. There's a young arena there. Yeah, that is a bridge I went through quite a fair bit, by the way. I'm not sure why, just a coincidence that go through here. And there's a really large space here. It's a green line, green tractor, don't know what. It's a museum over there on the left hand side. There's a young arena that you saw earlier on, and there are some bikes, some people walking around, and later on you'll see some of the cutscene has a lot of dogs here and there. I thought it was quite a nice touch to the game to inject a little bit of life there. So this is to continue the whole Waterloo delivery. Usually I do sightseeing in the between of the by the way, left hand side is a young arena. Usually I do a little bit of like a sightseeing by so this is I think this is a bridge I went through a few times already, but it is still nonetheless very, very pretty and nice, and the scenery is always very interesting. Now this is the part that my truck got stuck because I think there's a truck breakdown in front. I'm not sure whether it's a bug or what, but I waited a very long time. So I ran out of patience and I don't know what's the right thing to do in real life, but I just ran out of patience and just went up the curb and the grass over to the other side. I think the truck just kind of like broke down there, right at there. So so it's one of those things that happens. It's not the first time. I've seen sometimes stuff like that's happened in this game. It's kind of weird, like, okay, what should I do? Yeah, so that is there's a part, and this is the delivery to one of the destination in Waterloo on the delivery end. So and so far in this DLC the parking wasn't that crazy. I mean, there's some DLC like grids. I think some of the parking at the hotel was really, really crazy. Even skill of mine, I played this game for many years, and some of them is quite tricky, but this DLC is quite okay. But I think probably in America the land space is a lot bigger compared to Europe, and it's just a bit easier. And by the way, I don't know why they just put the machine there right at the place that I should supposed to park the truck, so I need to kind of like navigate around that. But these are some of the smaller challenges that they put in there just to make it more fun, I guess. So that was my first delivery. I think it's a short distance. They're about 100 odd miles, I think. And there you go, 114 miles and half an hour of playtime. Pretty fun. Level 53. My level is higher in the American version than European version. Suffice to say, I play a lot more in the American version. This is kind of cool. The two car left and right just disappear. So I play a lot more in the American version. Not necessarily it's more fun than the European version. It's just that the first truck simulator game that I play from the day one was the American version, and then it got me excited. I play a lot on the base game, and then I move on to the European version. I found that, oh my god, there's so many city and trucks there, right? As always, when I come to new areas like this, I have to find like where am I supposed to pick up stuff or park stuff. So it's a little bit of exploration, but nonetheless, I found where I need to pull the trailer there over there. All right. So the next trip is from the Waterloo to our city. So that was initially it was the Demong, which I think is the Mung or something like that. I did research on the pronunciation of these cities prior to that. So it's a funny thing. So during the release of the this DLC, our DLC, it was during my birthday period. So I have to travel overseas. So when you travel overseas, you can't really take on your webcam and your kind of like mic, everything with you, and it's going to be just recording the gameplay. So the format is a little bit different from other cruising events that I do. Usually for other cruising event, I'll just leave the camera and the mic on for the entire duration of gameplay to capture those moments like, whoa, what is that? Oh, I love it, or those excitement like, oh, that is so cool. But now it is a voiceover on the edit of the video, so I have to kind of like recall the excitement that I had. Don't worry, I have a good memory on what excites me, but it's a little bit different. Also, when I play this game overseas and record this game overseas, I have to use my laptop. My laptop is not small. I think the screen is there about 16 inches, It's still not big by all standard, but so it's very hard to see the speedometer, and I don't use the HUD, as you know. So I've decided to turn off the traffic offense because I just can't see the speed limit. I can't even see what I'm sort of like I see where I'm traveling, but the speed limit is a very tiny kind of like icon below the speedometer. By the way, this is entering the Cedar Rapids. It's very, very beautiful. You see all the building on the left and right. Quite a lot of like medium high rise, and there's a train just passed by in the below of it. So that's Cedar Rapids. It's a pretty interesting place, by the way. So anyway, back to the recording. So I was just recording, capturing all these kind of like footage as I play the game, and I try to make notes as well, like, okay, so this is the time when I found something or not found something. And by the way, this is underneath the flyover. There's a parking lot, and then inside there's a viewpoint. It took me tremendous difficulties to try to find it because I'm having a trailer. Usually easier if you're just trucking without a trailer, but I'm having a trailer, and I think and I need to find out where in the world is the viewpoint, and I think it's on the right, but then I cannot find the entrance into the right. So yeah, I mean, in the end, as you see later, I actually went over the hubs and curbs, just bash directly into the viewpoint area, which is a lot of time I do that because you are with a trailer. It's so hard. Like this is the one that if I make another turn, I'm very worried I miss it. So I just decided to went through the grass and go to the viewpoint. And I think the viewpoint is quite nice here as well, but it's right underneath the flyover, the car park there. And yeah, I mean, with trailer it's a little bit difficult, but I just yeah, there you go. So what viewpoint is this? This is a Cedar Rapids. I can see some kind of like factory on the right hand side. It's basically a city with some high rise. Well, it's not really high rise per se. I mean, it's just a medium rise. And there's an arena there. Again, another arena. There's a fair bit of flyover. So it's very much city, I would say. Not too much of a museum. Oh, but on the other side, which is on the other side, you see that there are a little bit more taller buildings there. No idea what it is, man. So if you are from Iowa State watching this, maybe you'd like to tell us what this thing is. I think this must be some significant artwork right in front of the building there. Look like either residential or an office. I'm not quite sure entirely. Yeah, but the overall this whole area looks pretty nice, I would say. Just that the viewpoint is quite hard to get into. You have to get underneath the whole flyover and go into a car park full of cars and no trucks there. But other than that, yeah, I think there's an American flag. There must be a state flag, perhaps. I'm just guessing, not from the America. Usually big country like this, we have different flags. I'm from Singapore, just one flag. There's aren't really kind of like different location of Singapore have different flag. No, there's only one single flag. Our neighbor Malaysia have the state flag as well. Different state have different flag. I guess it's just for bigger country. But anyway, this is the part whereby I have to be really careful going through the car park area. Luckily there was no car here. Imagine if this is fully with all the car parks. I think I wouldn't be able to make it out alive here, man. I had to reverse out from the grass and get back to the ground there. But I think this is time when it started to rain, yeah, and it rained quite heavily. And I'm not sure whether you guys have been playing this game or stopped playing this game for a while. They have kind of updated the game such a way that you can see lightning. So if you pay attention to this video, there are parts that you can see suddenly lightning from the sky, and it's pretty cool. The whole lightning bits of it. Yeah, just going through the highway, joining the flyover with the lightning. So where was I? Yes, so I was going overseas for my celebrate my birthday. Also, meet up some friends and so on. And we went for something called glamping. Camping. I'm not sure whether it's a big thing in the rest of the world. It basically is a huge tent, a huge tent with how many beds are there? You can sleep around 6 to 7 people inside. They have double bunker. They have they have bunker bed. They have double bed, single bed, and it's all air conditioned. It's huge. The tent is huge. By the way, this is Okay, it's called. Oh my goodness! I researched on how to pronounce this one. It's called. I think. Dubuque? No, it's I can't remember, man. I did research on how to pronounce this town. Is I think it's called Dubuque or something like that. I can't remember, but you see a lightning there. Just a little bit of that. So yeah, I was just saying that I went for glamping or glam camping. The big tent. Oh, by the way, this is the Iowa AT. It's I suppose it's a very famous rest station. So famous that they have to make it like a photo opportunity here. Pretty cool. So yeah, back to clamming. It was a huge tent with 6. You can sleep around 6 plus a kid if you want to. And it's all air conditioned, and they have a kind of like kitchen as well in the tent area outside, barbecue as well, a toilet, washing facility. So it's pretty cool, and there's a community center somewhere in the middle. You can do like table tennis or mahjong if you are into it. There are other things like other games. By the way, this is Iowa City. Other games as well, and yeah, so there's quite a fair bit of excitement there, karaoke as well, and a lot of fun. And while I'm not camping, I try to catch up on my trucking, so I do truck a bit here and there, pick up like half an hour of tasks from A to B. But like I say, sometimes because the laptop is too small, the resolution, so I couldn't quite see the speed limit. So yeah, forgive me when you see that I'm kind of speeding in this trucking game. Usually I don't when I'm on the camera, but yeah, it's just one of those things that is so hard to see, and I decided to just never mind, just have fun with it. Just be careful not to bang on anything. Now this is the I think it's entering the area that, well, it's pretty cool. They imagine the kind of assets they have built over here. And yeah, I mean the whole factory structure, everything seems quite nice as well. Yeah, it's a huge place. Like I said, I mean I was literally lost here when I first came here, and I was like, where am I supposed to deliver my cargo? Because I don't see the indicator anywhere, but I found it hidden somewhere that they have this like and of course it shows in the small tiny mini map that I have on my truck, but then like I said, because I was using a laptop, it was really hard for me to see anything. So yeah, so this is my second delivery from, I believe, second or third. I think second delivery from Waterloo to Iowa City. A bit longer. They're about close to 300 miles plus all these like different things I see. And the next one is from Cedar Rapids to Burlington. Cedar Rapids, I think, is quite near to Iowa City, so I just need to travel to there, pick up the cargo, and go towards the Burlington. And this is a really cool one. I'm actually trucking 3 trucks stacked onto each other. I haven't seen this in real life, but I think it's pretty cool. If I see it in real life, I definitely, if I do go to America one day, I see that a truck is pulling 3 trucks like this, one stacked on top of the other, I definitely would like to take a picture of it just for memory in real life, what it looked like, right? But I'm supposed, I mean, this game is quite authentic, I would say. So I would presume in real life they do stack three trucks together as well, and it's considered as a heavy vehicle. I can imagine trucking 3 different trucks is probably not that easy. To the engine, I mean. But it's interesting. I mean, I always like to try something quite interesting like this type. It looks pretty cool. It's a bit difficult in a sense. It seems a bit longer, and also I don't think I can reverse on these guys because things will just get kind of funny and stack up together. But I'm entering Burlington right now. You can see a bridge over there. It looks like that bridge is quite famous in Burlington because it's part of the Viewpoint that you will see in just a bit. I believe that is something that I've also captured. This is Burlington, the bridge on the left hand side. I'm pretty sure one day we'll get there once they open up a new state, but maybe it's in time to come. We are moving to the east. We are moving to the east. So this is Burlington. Looks like a small town. Not quite sure. I can't quite remember.
Turn right.
And This is the outskirt of Burlington, I believe, and there is a that's nice. The town is beautiful. I remember Burlington town is quite beautiful.
Right.
Now, of course, there are some roads that
right.
you can't enter because these are just not for trucks. I think these are more city center. It doesn't
right.
make sense, right? So I am trucking this whole thing. I want to have a viewpoint and see the very nice morale there, and I would like to sort of like stop at the cutscene and take a picture of it. And I love the painting of the building on the right hand side. Right in front of me right now. I just have to get myself across the street with my 3 truck behind me. So it's a little bit difficult. I was trying to see if I'm going to hit the car parked there as well. I need to be very careful not to damage my cargo while I'm doing sightseeing. Right? I'm not supposed to enjoy myself while I'm on the job, I suppose. So all this sightseeing perhaps is more for if you're free and easy ride around, see the photo opportunity, see some picture, whatever. But yeah, whatever. So this is it. This is a cutscene for the Burlington, and there you go. There's Burlington. There's quite a fair bit of people just chilling there, having their kind of like coffee or whatsoever, barbecue there maybe. Yep. There's a petrol station there as well. The bridge is just right there. The one that I said is probably quite an iconic landmark in Burlington. On the and there's more. There are more underground kind of like parking area, just like the other one that we've seen. And I mean the weather is a bit cloudy, but this is a port of Burlington, so I suppose it's next to the sea or there's a river there. I'm not quite sure. You can see that inside. You can see the city. Looks like pretty cool place, man. Just that it's a bit gloomy and the light isn't doing this whole place justice. But yeah, it looks like quite a nice place to truck around, really. Now there you go. That is the bridge that I was talking about. And it's meant to be quite iconic. I think it's open. I'm not quite sure. I may have gone through that. If I have, you will see in this video clip later in just a bit. So that is the one that I've just kind of showcased to you, and then after that I need to kind of like leave this place, I think. Yep. So quite nice. It's nice weather, but I don't know why just now the cutscene was so gloomy. Yeah, very strange. Because I would imagine the weather was quite nice, but the cutscene wasn't that nice. And as you may wonder why I drive so slowly, well, I mean it's heavy, the load, the cargo, and also I was just being very cautious not to hit anything. This is a small town on the left and right, and you can see. You can see things here. It's quite nice, just like a typical American town, and it's heading towards the delivery right in front there. I can see the structure there. I think I've seen those before, by the way. There's also a loop here. Interesting. I could actually use that one of these days. Now there's a bit of aerial view on the lake there. I don't do a lot of aerial view because I'm just not good at the arcade kind of like driving. Some people can. I'm more like the cabin kind of like, even when I play like racing game like F1 or other more casual ones, I like the more cabin view. This is the railway that you pass through, and interestingly, I think you can just go through the area. As always, I've been trying to see where on earth it is, and they say, there you go, just right in front. There's one of the easier parking. The XP wasn't that great, but it's okay. Sometimes you have some easier ones, sometimes not, and especially for this particular kind of cargo, I don't think reversing is an option. It'll just stack up everything quite badly. So that's cool. I have no complaint, and that's yet another delivery to Burlington, actually. Yep. So that is. I think I've covered there about like one third of the DLC so far. This is Burlington. They're about 200 miles. It's not that near, not that far. It's pretty alright. Hitting level 54 soon, And the next one is Davenport to Dubuque. I think it's called Dubuque, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know why I struggle so much. I like this part, by the way. It's a nice flyover, but it's also kind of like interesting when you carry quite a lot of like a long cargo. Then you be careful not to bang onto the side of the wall. Now this is yet another area that like the factory area, like quarry to pick up something. As always, I've been trying to look for why on earth is it? There you go. I found it. I think it's tractor. So one of those pretty typical stuff to truck around. Not that difficult. It's quite light, this type, and it's quite fun to truck as well. So this is this from Davenport to Dubuque. Yep, there you go. I don't know why previously my mind was kind of stuck. I said how to pronounce this because it doesn't look very English to me. But yeah, there you go, Dubuque. And so that's sun setting. I think I am going to change the timing a little bit as well, but this just to give you an overview of, like, look at that tube there just now you saw. I think it's just to transport all this material across as well. There you go. There's a view. It's a bit dark here. It is what it is sometimes. And going into Davenport, is totally sunsetting. I think the time was there about, can't see here, but it's about 8:40 p.m. So that is it's a night view of Davenport. There's some night view. I mix it in as well just to sort of like give you a sense. This is a night version. I'm going to do two versions for you guys. So this is around 8:40 p.m. You can see the sun is already almost set. You can, make out all this like light and all. I think quite charming even at night. I just want to contrast, and you will see the day version in just a bit. You can see all these like building. They have light lit up inside. The clock tower has the light as well, and the street light is on. So the whole feel is kind of different. And here's the part that is very nice, beautiful, greenish kind of like walkway across the building, I suppose, all the way to the other side. You can just take a lift downstairs, and there seems like there's a monument here maybe, and there's a little bit of like a light structure behind as well, very pretty at night. But I think this is a bit too dark. You can't really see what it is. You'll see in just a bit what it is. It looks a bit weird. I don't know why there are I don't know where I can see or not. There are actually two persons of different height, and one just level up to the hip area. So I don't know what the heck is going on there. But this is a day view of it, a same view that we've seen, contrast to what it is. So I'll fast forward the time and do another round of the cutscene here. You can see the bridge very clearly on the other side. And this definitely is a lot more interesting in terms of the park as well as the pavement kind of structure. There's a lot of detail that's gone to the asset of this. I mean, when you truck through it, you can't see it, but it's really fast. But here is when you can really, really see all the different detail of the building, the windows, and even the American flag that's flying. There's a sport car just went by, and again, the same bridge that went across to the other side of the road and there's I don't know how many stories, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories. I think it's quite high, this bridge, and that's a monument, right? Same thing that you've seen the night version of it. And then there's a figure coming up soon, that you'll see very soon, like this one here. Actually, there's two men, one at the hip level. I'm not quite sure why is it so. It's kind of weird. Looking at this angle, where his feet, the other guy has no feet. I don't know. So yeah, it's pretty good. So then, back to trucking itself. This is the trailer that is just trucking across the America, taking up another cargo to Dubuque, right? Okay, and there's another bridge over there. There's quite a lot of bridges in this Iowa DLC, and you'll see if you stay on to the very end, there's something quite interesting for you. And then there are quite a number. Oh, this is the part. Still hit me, man. I couldn't stop in time. It's sort of like I was just following the car. and then a car slowed down when there's an incident on the right hand side, and I couldn't see it, and it went just smack right in it, and sorry man, it just kind of like hit two cars at one shot. But there was, by the way, there's a nice Dubuque on the left hand side. It's a lot of nice building there, and and then yeah, so that is I think this is quite a beautiful city there. And on the right hand side is the railway that is going to Dubuque. Right, you see on left hand side, yeah, very nice nice place. I like to go through this area, the Dubuque South. Yeah, there you go, aerial view, and there's a lot of solar panel here. I was so intrigued by it. It's like, what? How the heck there's so many like a solar panel here? What are they doing there? Maybe just a solar panel farm. And there's another one that's on the right hand side. And then look at that, man. It's like, can you see that? Right. I mean, it's so weird. I was like driving in it, and well, luckily the truck in front wasn't kind of like braking, but suddenly all the truck kind of moved. Is I think this DLC is spooky, man. You know, you've got truck that stop in the middle of the road, and then you've got things that suddenly move on its own, just to you know, as though I enter into a haunted house and suddenly there's someone is trying to scare you, so spook you. Say, hey, don't get too relaxed trucking, man. You have to pay attention to the road. Something weird may happen. But anyway. So I'm entering this place, and right next to a mountain. I think it said do not enter, so I don't know whether I should have entered from the other side and make another round from here or what. I think would have been worked a little bit better for me, because I need to make a U-turn in order to go into here. But anyway, I got it all sorted out. Wasn't that hard for this particular parking. Now, like I say, I mean, you know, this DLC, the parking in general are pretty straightforward. It wasn't anything too dramatic here. And yep, that is yet another car delivery here from I think is it what is from Cedar Rapids to Dubuque, I think so. No, it's from Davenport to Dubuque. They're about 200 miles. These are kind of standard, right? And now it's going to Dubuque Lock Dam 11. And that is the place that you just go there. I wasn't taking any cargo, so I can go quite fast here. When you're not playing the external contract, which is like the semi-online kind of like game, then you can go as fast as your truck can go. I think they're about 90 miles per hour, I think. And that towards the end is a cutscene to see the dam on the right hand side. You can see that, yeah. It's almost like every DLC I see a dam somewhere. I think it's quite a popular structure here in America. Okay, so there you go. That is the Dubuque Lock Dam 11. Right, there you see. It's always a big boat here. The other one, so I can't remember which DLC was in Greece or it was in America. There was also a dam somewhere that you can sort of like just see the boat there. It's the dam. You can see there's a bit of mountain here. I think that must be an operation kind of like building there to operate the dam. Maybe, I'm not quite sure. Then you can see the all the structure there. You see that? I have no idea, man. But it looks quite grand, quite huge here. Is this even a boat that's supposed to, a ship that's supposed to pull things, you know, in and out? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, overseeing at the hillside, there's a dam. There's a dog here. Don't know the breed. It's white color a little bit. There's quite a number of husky, by the way, but this definitely is not a husky. It's good to have some dogs around, man. It's make it even more lively. Alright, that's my truck, and I've been using this truck for a very long time for good reason. I love this truck a lot because it's very powerful. That is, oh, by the way, this is a husky. Yay! You can see more husky, by the way. So I like this truck. It's very powerful and it's very good because I'm realizing that if it's not powerful enough, sometimes you just have kind of like issues in even going uphill or trucking very heavy cargo. By the way, there's a train that come by again. So that's pretty cool. Yay, there's an all-American train there. I think it's a freight train. I was so close to the car in front. I was so amazed by my braking skill. I think the car in front probably get a little bit nervous that I may bump the car off the railway. But yeah, so that is the train. What was I talking about? Yes, the truck. So if you've been following my video, there's only a few trucks that I always kind of like, and from the American version, I like this one a lot, and I've been using it for a very long time for good reason. It has the digital mirror on the, you can see on the left, also on the right, and it saved me a lot of kind of like time to trying to change the oh, by the way, this I think this is there's a hidden path somewhere. I'm show you in just a bit. Park that aside on the truck. Let's take a look at this this viewpoint here, and this is a dream field. So this is a dream field. It has a lot of maze there. I do not know why they call it a dream field. Seems like it's quite popular. People taking selfie there. There's a start there. The maze, not for trailer. So luckily I didn't have any trailer. Otherwise I would have to either leave the cargo in front. I don't know whether I can do that or not. But yeah, this is you can play a little bit of. Is it baseball there? Maybe it's a baseball game there. I think perhaps. And there is a lot of maze here, man. Everywhere is maze. Right, the people do picnic, have probably a burger shop there. I can't quite see. There's some wording there, but looks like people making business while chilling out at this dream field. And there are so many lights. I'm sure there has to be some kind of arena or some kind of maybe it's just a baseball, maybe it's a baseball kind of field. I think so. And yeah, there you go. The whole dream field. Very, very interesting. Very quiet little town. Just short houses here and there. And then after that, I'm going to take you to a hidden path. So in this game there are quite a number of hidden paths. Means that it's up for discovery. It's not documented on the map itself, but once you discover it, the map will get updated and say that you've come to this place. So you can see a little dotted line there, and that's where you can find the hidden field. And sometimes the hidden field, how do you pick up all these things, right? Usually it's from the cutscene that you see, okay, that looks interesting, or it could be an achievement in Steam. So the Steam will say, you have visited this or you visited that. You must be wondering where do I get to there? So there you go. You can see a dotted line there. Once you enter into it, then you say, yeah, that is something that you discover. And sometimes if you stay on, you'll see the Madison County bridges area. That's very beautiful. Again, it's all hidden, and there are some very nice photo opportunity as well inside, but you have to stay on until the end of the video to see those. So yeah, I had a lot of fun seeing all this maze field, and I've decided to take a picture to commemorate this. Look at that! It's never ending. It's full of maze. You can see so much maze, man. So many maze. Yeah. So there you go. So after that, I came back. But anyhow, back onto this truck. I like this truck because, and the one in the European version as well is a Volvo. I can't remember what brand is this one. Maybe I can try to see it once I look down on my steering wheel. Oh, this is a Freightliner. I think I like this because of the digital kind of mirror on the left hand side, so I don't need to sit too back behind and try to have a wide kind of distorted view like some of the trucks there, or I have to keep turning my head to the other side to see the mirror, which I think I think I should have done this many years ago, is to invest into something that like a head tracking kind of tool, or eyeball tracking kind of tool, that as I move my eyes and move my head, then the camera pan as well, so I can see the mirror here, see the mirror there, and yeah, sorry, I was a bit impatient here, and yeah, I wish I had that. Then I don't need to I can have a lot more option on the truck. But I like this truck because and also there's a very nice digital speedometer there for me to see very clearly my speed without having to rely on the dial or the analog kind of meter there. So I was in a hurry, as I always do, so I try to overtake cars and trucks as I go into this single carriageway. It's a bit crazy sometimes. You have to be kind of like sure what you are doing, just like in real life when you overtake any vehicle, right? So same thing. Luckily I was quite a high speed, so that's all right. It's always a nice little bit of excitement here and there. Yeah. So yep, and also this DLC, the GPS map is also very clear. So that's also one of the reasons why I stick with this truck for a long time. I may try out other trucks as well, but after a while, after so many years of playing the truck itself, it doesn't really matter. I think what matters is the road condition and all. So this is it that I have to keep right. So I think they need to either sanitize my wheels or what. I don't know. I do not know, because it's a grey area, right? So I think they need to either scan my vehicle or sanitize my wheel to ensure that I'm not bringing in any pollutant or bacteria that may damage the grains. I think I have no idea. Now, believe it or not, what you're seeing here on the right is the world's largest kind of like a grain bins. I do not know how true it is, but it looks very huge. So maybe it is the world's largest one, and it's in where Iowa. I suppose I'm putting grains right now. That go without saying. And it's a huge area as well. They store the grain here. They must have processed it and store it, and just ship it out to customer all over the world. And trucking is important. That's from Mason City, by the way, all the way to Fort Dodge. All right. So this is Mason City. It's a trip number 5 here. A nice one. I like this type as well. It's a heavy one, by the way. Just like oil or petrol, it's also heavy. But I like things that are a little bit challenging as well. Like in the grease version, there will be yacht. My favorite is to pull a yacht, because the yacht is actually quite long and quite large, quite wide. So I have to be really mindful of my surrounding as I navigate through the map, and that added a little bit more kind of like excitement, quote unquote excitement, to the game. Otherwise, it would just be trucking, I would say. And so now this DLC, I think I've spent there about 8 or 10 hours to it. I need to calculate, and I'll put it on a video somewhere, the total time I spent on it. Like I say, it's not, by the way, it's Fort Dodge. It's not it's not the largest state I've played, and I do prefer states that are bigger as well, such as Texas. And I think Iowa is probably one of the smallest states that is in the game so far, if I'm not wrong. Looking into all the states, there's a helicopter just flew by. Looking at all the states that I've seen, this is probably one of the smallest, but I think they managed to make a state of this size still interesting by putting enough assets around the area, by putting something kind of like hidden here and there, like the maize field that you've seen at the dream field, as well as that you'll see later on if you stay on, the Madison County bridges as well. Okay, so this is for delivery, and I think more or less I couldn't quite see where it is. I think it's just right in front of it. So it's a big area. It's right in front. You see a blinking thing on the ground. Again, I have to make a U-turn to reverse into that area from the front. I think, so I actually went in. I did some editing, but I went in, make a U-turn, and I just reversed back in here. And that's yet another delivery to Fort Dodge, which they're about 203 miles, if my record is correct. I've got a cheat sheet just right next to me, so I kind of know how far I'm going for each of them. Oh, there you go. Yep. So that is I love trailer bonus. By the way, this is yet another kind of like photo opportunity. It's called Manson Crater Monolith. It took me a while to find it, and I said, okay, so that is a little kind of like monolith here And you can change for the photo mode. Sometimes you are not at the right timing, so you can actually change it to a different timing, different kind of weather condition. Take a nice picture for memory, of course, just like in real life. Whip out your phone and take a picture. Next one is from Waterloo to Ottumwa. I think that is how you pronounce it. Yeah, another train, isn't it? Like, am I not lucky? I always find it quite fascinating to see all these freight rail that pass by as I truck across across Europe as well. Just add a bit of kind of fun to it, and sometimes when you go into some of these bigger city, you see the tram as well, electric tram that pass by. So yeah, I like stuff like that. It's very just more immersion there. Now, Waterloo to Ottumwa, what do I remember of it? I think you'll see two viewpoints just a bit in Trier as well as the Oskaloosa. But it's just spoiler alert that there's a bit of, you'll see it from there. Here am I to pick up a cargo. I think this is the ice cream, if I'm not wrong. I can't quite remember. This is the trailer.
Here we go.
And the let's see the map as well. Usually I would review the route all the way through Waterloo, and there's a viewpoint number 1, and then after that going through viewpoint number 2 before I arrive at the Ottumwa. Okay, so this is the viewpoint number 1 here, Trier. And it's on the left hand side, unfortunately. If I don't have a trailer, it's a lot easier. But since I have a trailer, I have to slowly move into that area. And with I'm going to hold off the traffic a little bit. You'll see in just a bit. Not a very good behavior, but I really can't afford to make a U-turn with my trailer and to come to this place from the other side and then make another U-turn back to the So this is Trier. It's a small city. And they create a casino from it, but I don't think you can. I mean, it's not an official city to kind of like truck cargoes to and from, but I think it must be quite an important city for them to create a viewpoint here for you to take a look and say, yeah, this is Trier. And there was the townhouses, and you have the very nice church here. There must be something of tourist value. May not be for the truck, but it's more for tourism, I think. So here's the Trier. There's a guy there resting, a long day of work perhaps. Some kind of like site there. And that looks like another factory somehow, maybe grain again. There's a lot of grain here in Iowa. Won't be surprised in Trier that they have it as well. And there you go, the other angle to see I presume a church and some kind of like building there. Oh, there's yet another husky. Look at that. In Singapore you can never see something like that. Firstly, because Singapore is very hot, so having a husky I do see, but it's not that common. I think it's quite cruel to the animal. It's just too hot. So I think here in Singapore, the government has a rule saying that if you have a husky, it has to be have an air-conditioned environment for the husky, because it's just too cool to have such a warm climate. Here it's around 30 degrees Celsius, if not more, and a very humidity is there about 100. So it's quite cool for the animal that is very thick fur like a husky. So you have to have an aircon, and if you want to walk the dog, you have to walk the dog during the evening when it's not too hot. But anyway, back to the cutscene. Why I say you never see that in Singapore is that here is not allowed to unleash a dog unless you're in a dog park. So very rarely you see, unless it's a stray dog, of course, then there's no leash. But very hard to see dogs unleashed. And frankly speaking, a lot of people here in Singapore, myself included, are not very great at training their dogs. And the dog's obedience is always a big issue. Well, at least for me as well. I found that it's very difficult to control a dog when the dog is very much kind of like excited by all the environment around you, but I've seen some dogs that are very focused on their owner. So even though they're out for a walk, they always be mindful where the owner is, try to go by the owner. So I think maybe I wasn't the alpha to my dog, more like one of the servants to my dog maybe. So here's another viewpoint in the city of this is Oskaloosa. It's Oskaloosa. Again, it must be some tourist value, but may not be a trucking location. So I don't think there's any truck location to and forth. So it's a nice park there. Remind me a little bit of the Singapore Botanic Gardens, which also have a place like this, and it's very famous to take wedding photo of. This is a dude that is what kind of like era is it from? Must be an Indian there, right? I suppose. Wow, look at that, some feather on the head as well. Must be some local hero here in Oskaloosa. Uncle Victor's Bistro. There's a restaurant there, very nice. Very nice, just at the side gate there. I think I was right. This must be a tourist location. Now, of course, I'm causing a massive jam everywhere because I'm just enjoying the scenery. I feel a little bit guilty, but not exactly. That's fine, they can wait. It's a long kind of like traffic jam just because of one action, which is me blocking the road on the other side. Yay. Yep. And then after it rains, and I'm arriving at the Ottumwa, going through a security gate to deliver. I think it's ice cream. I can't remember. I'll check in just a bit. So this is not a tough one. I think I don't think they'll reward too many XP for me to. No, this is the ice cream. I think this is the ice cream. I don't know why. I don't remember trucking so many cargoes across Iowa, but it's ice cream that I remember. Mainly because here in Singapore these days it's quite warm. Actually, it's a heat wave around the world as well. I read that the Spain or France, they have record kind of amount of heat. The America as well. And here in Singapore, also pretty warm. By the way, this is Ottumwa all the way across the Moines into the Council Bluff as well. So that is there's a place that you see a lot of rain and lightning, I think. But as I was saying that here in Singapore it's pretty warm, just like probably the rest of the world. It's kind of funny. I think the climate change is real, but I do not know why some politicians or non-science people are saying that it's a hoax. I think definitely is due to the action that we have burning too much fossil oil and what have you. And I mean everywhere is getting warm. The climate is getting a little bit unpredictable, and so here is so warm. I'm not a big fan of dessert or sweet item, but I like the kind of like when you are in a very hot day, you've been sweating it out, and the best to do is by the way, there's also more incident on right hand side. The best thing to do just enjoy a tub of ice cream. And by the way, this is the Iowa state capital, and I think I tried to take this a few times. So this is one angle to it, and I was like, okay, that's a nice area. Trying to find the right lighting for it, and I think this is a very nice one. This is very nice Iowa state capital. And then I found another spot that I think in later on I found another spot that is also very nice as well. So it's good. This game is good, man. It's a different area, and this is a very interesting rest station. I should have gone to the left hand side so I can get a little bit further away from this structure, but unfortunately I was a bit too close to it. But yeah, you can see that there is a rest stop here, and I think this is called the rest stop IATWB Adair MMBI. So it's a rest stop here. Pretty interesting rest stop. It's a multi-story as well. I wonder what they have inside. But anyway, going back to the whole climate change and all. So warm. So I always crave for a little bit of ice cream. Spoil myself a little bit. Like I said, I normally don't like sweet I don't have a sweet tooth, I would say, fortunately. And but I enjoy a pretty cool ice cream. Just kind of spoil myself a little bit. Oh, to the right is the Kansas City, by the way. We have Kansas state as well, so that's how things get connected. So yeah, I mean, of all the things that I've oh, by the way, this is the Council Bluff, all right, and this particular bridge, I think it's called Odyssey Bridge, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's an Odyssey Bridge. I kind of find it very interesting because I do not know why is it called Odyssey. Odyssey to me is like a Greek mythology-ish kind of thing, you know, like the Odyssey, but the bridge never kind of struck me as an Odyssey bridge in any sense. And it took me a while to get to this bridge because I can come from different angle. I couldn't really get a good picture of it. I think just now the picture was quite nice, I would say. But anyway, back to the ice cream, which is I hope I'm trucking right now. Yeah, so I truck many things. I only remember two things. One is the ice cream, and another one is the pigs. Allow me to elaborate why I remember pigs. So one of the I would say rarest STEAM achievement right now is if you have trucked live pigs from our into anywhere. It could be within an hour or another city, another state, but you have to make 2 delivery of live pigs out. And initially I tried very hard to do it in the external kind of contract. External contract is like the like all this cruising event. You must synchronize your is it ice cream? Yes, it's ice cream. Huh. I remember it was ice cream. Yeah, there you go. I still remember all the bits and pieces of it. Oh, by the way, this is quite it's a very nice bridge here between the two buildings. It's very beautiful. I think Iowa is a lot of bridges in Iowa. And I quite like the whole state is quite unique, by the way. I quite like it. And by the way, this from Des Moines to the I think called Sioux City. And by the way, I've researched on those names before I make this video because I have the luxury of kind of like recording all the footages, and then I can and I actually spend a lot of time before recording this video, try my best to memorize how all these things kind of like pronounced. So it's a CCD, I think, from Des Moines. Des Moines is a French word from what I gather, and Sioux City is just right. Is it Sioux City? No, it's Sioux City. Sorry, it's not Sioux City. Oh my goodness, I thought I did practice hard, but no, it's Sioux City. So Sioux City, and how do I remember it? Is South Korea? They have Seoul, so Seoul City. So the Sioux City, I think, is just right next to the other state, Nebraska, I think, and also quite hard to find a job that go into Sioux City, but I managed to find one, quite a far one, but that's fine. Back to live pick. So all these cruising events, you must get it from the external contract. External contracts are the online version of it. So I suppose there's like a pool of all the jobs that all the truckers around the world are trying to fetch. And that's how I imagine. And the external contracts are the one that's online, so require you to have an internet access, and the job is being tracked by the number of hours that the maximum number of hours to reach a destination rather than a game time. So it's a real time tracking rather than game time, and you cannot save and load as well. So for example, if one time I was like kind of like went through the bend too fast with my external contract kind of cargo, and the truck overturned, and that's it. I just ruined the entire kind of like delivery. Versus in the past, people could kind of save the game often and load it if accident happened, as though the accident never happened. So in external contract can't. It's online. But what I realized is that for that Steam. Oh, by the way, I found this condo or the apartment somewhere, and I find it quite interesting for people to kind of draw up everything there. So I took a picture there just like a tourist, and the external contract is the one that you can pick up a job, go into a different location. Oh, by the way, I think it's our city capital again. I think I'm taking another angle to take a picture of that. And that's another bridge, by the way. Iowa has a lot of bridges, and I think in front is where all the big shopping areas or big buildings are. So this is the one that I just found the landscape beautiful, so I thought maybe I should just take a picture of it. Next time, if I do go to America, maybe I should compare what I see in the America versus what I see in the America Truck Simulator and see how close or not close it is, right? So anyway, back to the pics. So I try to get this Steam achievement as well after I finish the cruising event. Oh, this is the world's largest bull, Albert. And the funny thing about this game, I'm pretty sure there must be a hidden path somewhere. I didn't bother. I was like, wondering where on earth is the largest bull. I was thinking of like a live bull, like walking and breathing. But then I was like, oh no, it's just like a statue of it. And I think if I come from the other direction, I would have a clearer shot at the bull. But I mean, this is the best I can do, Albert. So now back to live pick. Sorry. So the so in order to achieve the Steam kind of like to get the Steam achievement, one of the rarest one, I have to deliver live pick from our over to city, like I said, and I try my best to find it in the external contract here. I've been going around different places, but I just couldn't find any. But however, if you disconnect and say I want to play just offline, and then voila, you have live pick everywhere, and got me thinking, why are the live pick not in the delivery roster in the online version versus say the live cattle? So the live cattle, you can have a lot. And by the way, in order to deliver live cattle or live pig, you must have your own trailer. So I got my own trailer as well. I got a long one, beautiful one. It's a big, beautiful kind of trailer attached to the to my own truck. So it's my very own trailer, and with that trailer, I can pick up live, cattle or pigs from various farm, right? So I can do that. And so I couldn't quite kind of like understand why I'm not able to transport live pigs around Iowa and beyond Iowa in the online external contract kind of version, but I'm able to do live cattle like almost everywhere. But I know, guys, I mean, you could also kind of opine on it. I think SES software, which is from the Europe, is trying to be I don't know, maybe just to be respectful to different culture. Maybe some culture is not really into transporting pigs or what. I'm just guessing here. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. And then that made me thinking, what other things that are not in the external contract, but it's actually on the offline version, right? Because I pay a lot of external contract, and I like external contract. By the way, this Sioux City 262. From Des Moines to Sioux City, and I think there's another photo opportunity elsewhere. And with that, I've completed the entire Cruising Iowa event. And all these things I'll earn all my kind of like cosmetic in Steam as well, which is quite cool. Now this is heading towards the one of the few final stops here, and there's right at the border between Iowa and I think it's Nebraska. I'm not quite sure, but that is there's a part that you can take a photo, and the photo actually is called I think it's called the Tyson Event Center. I think it must be something cool. Not quite sure. So it's a lot of American flag there. With that, then now it's just free and easy for me to pick up other things. And now this is from the Sioux City back to Mason City. The reason why I capture this and show it to you as well, because I think it's pretty cool for that kind of like nice U-turn round the corner back into a Mason City, just for me to discover the rest of the map, because the map is not that big, so it's kind of easy for me to cover all the ground. So why not I do that? And just before you log off, I mean, there are some interesting bits of it, which is the Madison bridge, county bridges that you see in just a bit. I think it's quite interesting for the our state as well. But anyway, this is me making a U-turn, and you can see on the right hand side it's all the nice greenery and the sea or whatnot there. On the right hand side, see a park there as well, very beautiful. See, look at that on the right hand side. On the left hand side is all the kind of like the event center that you saw earlier on, right? So that is the that's all of that. And now I'm just a free ride, and I think there is also one final viewpoint, if I'm not wrong. There's a one final viewpoint that you will see a bit. Again, very nice flyover here. This is my the favorite part, you know. I think there's a few flyover that look like this one, but this is yet another one that is pretty nice and smooth around. Just fly over the amazing city. I think I'm heading towards Sheldon there. And then here is of course there's always a lot of incident. I turned the incident kind of like setting all the way to max just to keep myself entertained. You can actually control the amount of like this kind of random event that happens, road work or accident, or some people get caught speeding by the helicopter and they stopped you. I think only in the American version you see that. And by the way, this is a plane that flew by. An event like this is like, oh my god, that call for action, right? It's like really kind of like really cool opportunity they can see. And then after that I say, I'm going to take a picture of it, and there you go. You see, I take one picture here. Then you can have a different setting to it, maybe a bit of night setting, also quite cool. Take a picture there. You can see some kind of like light from the aeroplane, and then some kind of like dawn kind of setting. It's very beautiful, man. So yep, took the opportunity. And this is the another, and I was trying my best to go and cross the street. There was so much traffic. I said I don't really care. I know these AI cars, unlike the first version of America's Truck Simulator that came out, they will just ignore you and bang onto you. These cars are more forgiving, I know that, so I just cross the street myself. And this is the final viewpoint, the final cutscene that you will see, and I think it is called, wait for it, it is called the Spencer. So this is the Spencer viewpoint, somewhere near the I think in the Madison city. So this Spencer, another town like Trier, like the Oskaloosa, is it Oskaloosa? And this is the Spencer, which is I think it's a quiet town. Not quite sure whether there is any tourist value on this one here. No offense if some of you are from Spencer, you can actually let me know, but I don't really see a lot of I think it's like a little quiet town in this kind of region area. Okay, there's a part there, quite interesting part. There's you know, the guy that with the aeroplane. Up front there seems to be some kind of like very interesting olden day kind of. Oh, there's a very nice drawing over here. And I'm pretty sure there's some government kind of housing somewhere, or government kind of offices somewhere. Spencer, there you go. I don't know. There must be something significant here, so much so that they create a cutscene for you, a viewpoint for you. But yep, here you go. So with that, I cover quite a lot of places. I cover all the viewpoints. I think majority of the photo opportunities also shown here. The last bit is for me to explore the Madison County bridges. Now, so like I said in the past, there are hidden passages in this game that is not on the map. But once you are on it, then you can. So I know I need to drive back to Des Moines from wherever I was, and these are the hidden passages that your map will get updated once you found it. And the Madison Bridge is one that kind of like I have to research on the internet. What the heck is Madison County bridges? And looks like Madison County has a lot of very nice bridges. Tiny, small one, wooden one, very old one, and henceforth I've done some internet researches and say, okay, so these are the area to find the bridges, and I say I'm so determined to find it. And there is also another kind of hidden passageway that I'm trying to look for it. And it was raining again, it's the second time I revisit this whole place, and I'm trying to see, okay, on the left hand side there's no barrier. And I said, okay, maybe I should just turn in there. And once I turn into this mysterious place, not even the map, by the way, I can see that suddenly, things open up, right? So this is the part that I've taken a photo from very, very far, but I couldn't see the bridge. I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then it said, new passage, map outlook updated. So this is the part when when I enter into the hidden passage, you can see the dotted line on my GPS to show that this is something quite different. So as you can see, I'm just progressing towards that area there. It's a Madison County area. Soon now I'll change it to daytime, because right now in the dark it's quite hard to see. Everything is at night, but that is where it is. And I think in front there's something quite interesting, something that I haven't ever seen in other places. Is look at this tree in the middle of the road here, right? Now you can't go straight, you can't turn right, but you can turn left. But this is the I think it's called tree in the middle of the road. Can't remember. There you go. And yes, this is tree in the road. So they don't want to cut the tree, of course, and there's a road, so I think a car just drive around it like a roundabout. And I'm quite amazed that no car get banged onto this tree without all the speed bump and all. I think in other places they will have a speed bump right in front. People tend to drive quite fast here, and I mean, from where I am, people tend to drives quite fast here in Asia. So I'm quite surprised there was no speed bump in just right in front of the trees. I think perhaps people in Iowa all know about this tree in the middle of the road. It's so famous that people will say, yeah, I'm taking this route, but beware, there's a tree in the middle of the road without even any speed bump there. Or maybe there was. Maybe one day I should go there in the Iowa and look for the Madison County and look for this particular tree. And right now I just want to discover the rest of the hidden passage and to see where else I can go. So it's very much a country road, free and easy. There's no trailer, no cargo, just pure touristy kind of like exploration. Like I said, I mean, Iowa state isn't that big compared to others like Texas, so the DLC also is not as huge, right? But I think the developer is trying their very best to kind of like add all these interesting bits up together into a game, into a map, so that we could experience, even though we all know that this state is quite small, but there are some interesting bits that you could take, a bit of shortcuts, quote unquote, between different roads. I suppose you don't need to take the road, you can take a road less traveled through there are horses, is it? I must have missed it while driving it. So yeah, then after that I make a U-turn and back to the small road, because I was wondering if the road in front was open, so I could just go straight, but I couldn't, so I have to go and U-turn, come back here, and again going back to the same road that in the middle of a tree there. Like, can you imagine without a bump in the middle of the street? Then people have to understand not to crash onto the tree. Actually quite scary at night as well. It's not that well lit up. So then I continue to explore, and there's one final bit. Oh, by the way, this go across a highway. So how cool is that? It's a hidden passage that go across a highway into this bit, which you will see a wooden bridge that is very, very old one, and voila, this is the bridge that you see. And so I just have to take a photo of this one and look at this area. It's so beautiful here. It's in Madison County. On the bridge, you see, or the wooden kind of bridge there, I do slowly take a look at that. So whoa, that's so cool. And yeah, the people are taking selfie there. How did they get there? No idea, man. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different from previously. Give me feedback whether you like it or bits that you think I should change or do something differently. I hope you enjoy our as well. Do drop me a note below. And there you go. That is the overall kind of hidden passageway. So I hope you enjoy. Overall, okay. Truck safely, and I'll see you next time in the next DLC. Bye bye.